Namaskar, this is Souvik Chongder, Global Head and the Editor-in-Chief of Global Climate Care. I am also a climate expert reviewer of Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change regarding the climate cities and changes. Over 6 years, I am working for the climate justice, promoting the climate law, giving the justice for the people who are facing the crisis on a daily basis from climate threats and unusual climate disaster. I was part of COP29 Baku, Azerbaijan as a public speaker, as also a media diplomatic role. Also, I was part of COP30 and also SB62 regarding the discussions on the panels of how food insecurity is also a basic parallel crisis from climate disaster. I was a particular innovator of climate educations over the 3 to 5 countries, specifically on African countries who are under the disaster of extreme climate crisis, basically on Sudan and also the countries who are facing the extreme drought scenario. I was a particular innovator of climate structure and strategies of the Sundarban disaster issues in India, where I have started the innovations of climate gamings for the teenagers and also the adolescents who are actually missing their regular education systems, but they have to fight with the climate and also the climate disaster because they are facing daily crisis, and the count of the indigenous communities and count of the refugees is increasing for the crisis of the unusual floods and the losing of the communication on the daily basis for their lifestyles. This COP31 Turkey is extremely important because I have also involved in the COP17 on Ulaanbaatar regarding the desertifications and also the crisis of Mongolia, the disaster scenario, how the crisis is happening day by day for the lands, the crisis of water, disaster scenario and water scarcity. This is the time for the discussions for COP31 Turkey, not only as a media diplomatic role, not only the public voice, not only promoting the message for the people on the mass of the climate finance and also the crisis of the indigenous community and crisis of the next generation solutions. I'm also promoting the artificial intelligence and the involving of the technological solution on the climate change's impact. I'm a researcher of artificial intelligence and also the climate change and also the author of the 3 international books regarding the climate change effects since 2022. And this is the year is very important because we have already lost the parameter of heat waves. 2024 was world's most hottest year. 2025 is simultaneously parallelly going through, and 2026 is going to face the El Nino effect, which is extremely dangerous from the impact of the alarming situation from the World Meteorological Organizations. And I believe that this is the time for the actions, not only for the discussions. This is about the food insecurity, this is about the education, this is about the daily lifestyles, this is about the water scarcity, this is about indigenous communities crisis, about the losing the indigenous communities, about 16,000 on a daily basis. This is about the losing of the pollutions, this is about the CO2 emission controlling and the new generation of carbon credit parameters and the structure. And this is the time for the discussion from my point of view regarding around 600 plus articles of the experience over last 6 years. And I believe my experience of COP31 will be fabulous. And this should be a greater impact for the particular, not for the EJN, not for the particular organization who are actually performing greatly since last couple of years. But I am also a part of the global citizens working for the people for around 8 billion people over 93 countries in last 6 years. And my network will become a great impact for the upcoming days because I am already connected with more than 90 plus countries regarding the climate issues. The climate scientist, I am an Oxford Sustainable Finance Fellow. In the year 2025, the alumni of Oxford University regarding how the sustainable finance is the impact of the next generation solutions, regarding when we are going to lose our resources, our energy storage management is extremely important. And this should be a greater impact for COP31, and my presence will be beneficiary for every individual for this COP31 2026. Thank you.